Hey, welcome back to another video. It's Retro Nerd 09. This is the video you've all been waiting for. My VHS collection. There's over 250 tapes, so let's get through them all. More specifically, there's 265, plus a VHS-C, which I don't have a player for. So let's begin. Before we get started though, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment on this video if you thought this was informative and entertaining. And one more thing. So I said this would be my last collection video, but the thing is, I'm allowed to collect more tapes now. So it's gonna continue until I have no more room left to put in boxes and under the bed and stuff. So without further ado, let's begin. First of all, we're going to start off with the ones we got yesterday. Doc Hollywood, you saw that. Get a better look at it, this exclusive video. It could happen to you. Could it happen to me too? The Sons of Katie Elder. Now, if you haven't seen my last video, I blind picked all of these tapes yesterday. Field of Dreams. I guess it's a good movie. I haven't seen it yet. It Takes Two. I used to have a copy of this, but it disappeared, so I bought another one. Cinderella. I had to get this one, so that's a new addition to my Disney collection. So that's gonna go in my pile of Disney tapes, because I put those in a specific box. Winnie the Pooh, Seasons of Giving. The Little Mermaid. I had the second one, so I got the first one. Above the Law. You see this word? Attitude? That's my least favorite word in terms of bad. Peter Pan. The Rescuers Down Under. Balto 2, Wolf Quest. Charlotte's Web. Had the second one, had to get the first one. Rookie of the Year. I was planning to watch this one last night, but I found out that at the end of 8th grade, my social studies teacher put this on, so I already watched it. Smokey and the Bandit Part 3. Rascal. Speaking of Rascal, the Little Rascals. Bounce. Ants. Outbreak. Durango. Thelma and Louise. On Golden Pond. Phil Collins' The Singles Collection. The Pelican Brief. Darn thing's covered up. Blue Fire Lady. I already forgot, even though I just got this yesterday. This thing, it's a VHS C tape. There is stuff on it from at my other house. This is how big it is compared to my hand. A Golden Book, Fairy Tale Classics. Nature Symphony, which, if you haven't seen my last video, I mentioned that there's a little gap here. Champs, the 1993 Stanley Cup playoffs. Avita. With, I didn't even notice this, Madonna. Backdraft. Meet Joe Black. Hi, Joe Black. Phil Ritson, Video Encyclopedia of Golf. Now all the ones that I got yesterday are out of the way. Let's get to the ones that weren't bought yesterday. Wait, one more. Legend of Bagger Vance. With Will Smith, Born in My State. Now let's begin with the rest of these. Hook. Partially sealed. No, it's actually fully sealed. Legends of Rock and Roll. It's been sealed since 1992. Pinocchio, A Wish Come True, Volume 1. Polly. VeggieTales, Madame Blueberry. There literally is no case to this. Quite literally. This is the first of my blank tapes. There is stuff on this. I think some of them are like movie recordings from DirecTV stream. Grease, 20th Anniversary Edition. Does not have the CD because it kept falling out and one day it just disappeared. The King and I. Roger and Hammerstein Collection. Return to Lonesome Dove, Part 1. Mr. Magoo. I turned this into a horror tape. You can check out my TikTok at that one retro nerd. It's the one with the emoji. That's up till September 5th. Because of a special video I did. Gilda Live. Stuart Little. I know there's a painting in that movie that went missing. So someone contacted the some crew on it. And they turned around and got it refound. Body Ball. It still has the original paper in there. This is the only tape that I have that has paper in it. Besides my tapes, which have like something explaining what the tape is. That's the paper. Alright. Oliver Twist, Charles Dickens Classics. It's an animated one. Please, may I have another? Just a random ad. Gargoyles. On the back, more gargoyles. Rubbing my eye. Ronald Reagan, an American president. Another RCA videotape. The Outer Space Connection. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. Here Comes the Rubber Dubbers, which is one of the oldest surviving in my collection kids VHS tapes that I own. I got this in like 2019, 2020. Silence of the Heart. Branson Scenic Railway. I don't know who that is. It's either my brother or my mom. Charlotte's Web 2, Wilbur's Great Adventure. I should put these together so that they aren't so mixed up. Here's another ad. Don't be a nerd, join Club Fox today. On the back is what looks to be something that came out of an envelope. The Longest Day. Half-sealed version of Peter Pan. It's a knockoff version by James Bear. Rio Bravo. That stack is getting high. I'll show you the stack after I get all these out. Snow Day, featuring the Child Neglector. I had to do something for my mom, so we're back. It's a Wonderful Life. I used to have the case for it, but it just gone. Same with this thing, The Nutty Professor. Such a good movie. I wish it had a case, because it's going to run out of life one time. The Land Before Time 7, The Stone of Cold Fire. Why are there so many The Land Before Time movies? It's like a kid's version of The Fast and the Furious in terms of how many movies there are in the series. Free Willy 3, The Rescue. I'm planning on getting Free Willy 2 at some point. Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Featuring the legend himself. We'll look at that in a minute. The Bible. God. I literally said God while holding the Bible on VHS in my hand. Why? Because the tape's falling out. Gone with the Wind. Classic. But I haven't watched it yet. The Great Escape.
Hey, will you come out?
Here's the back. So we're back again. I had to do something real quick. Let's continue then. This is Elf. Featuring another legendary, Will Ferrell. Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur. I don't know how you pronounce it. I think there's two ways of pronouncing it. I don't know. The Alamo. Again, I don't know how to pronounce this. I think there's two ways of pronouncing that. True Grit. It's a lot of John Wayne movies. Just because where I live, country is the thing. Return to Lonesome Dove, Part 3. I had the whole series, but some of them are missing. Let's spread these out. The Abbott and Costello Show, Christmas special, and another one. Here's the back of them. Let's take these. Wag the Dog. Miracle on 34th Street. Peanut Butter Solution, which is probably one of the second oldest tapes that I own. 1985. The Adventures of Carlita the Cow. Elvis Aloha from Hawaii. And finally, for this box, an entire collection of Hunter's tapes, which is something your teacher would own back in the early 2000s. I don't feel like taking all 10 of these tapes out of the box, because I got a lot to put away before we even go on to like 7 others. So, Hunter's the Savage Pack, Hunter's the Crawling Kingdom, Hunter's Rollers of the Deep, Hunter's Tooth and Claw, Hunter's the Dangerous Sea, Hunter's Track of the Cat, Hunter's the Deadly Game, Hunter's Dawn of the Dragons, Hunter's the Giant Grizzlies, and Hunter's Eye of the Serpent. And after all that, in this very big box that I salvaged from a microwave oven, this is how many tapes are in the box. That's a lot. And all in the span of 17 minutes. Now let's jump into the rest. Here's a decent sized box. It is full of clamshell VHS tapes. Let's begin with this one. So we have Cats and Dogs. By the way, that's the after results of the big mess that I made. Heidi, or Haiti. The Nutcracker, which really hurts me because it's physical. The Land Before Time 3, The Time of the Great Giving. Beethoven's Fourth. The Secret of the Hunchback, which is probably a ripoff of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Little Giants. The Little Mermaid, which is another ripoff. Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius. Shrek, Special Edition video cassette. I swear something's supposed to go in that slot right here, but I don't know what does. It's separated into like two different slots. Let me show you. So if you look here, you see that it's separated into two different slots. I don't know what those are for. All right. The Princess Bride. Babe. E.T. the Extraterrestrial, which I have watched. The Indian in the Cupboard. Annie. Now, before we continue, I want to make a quick comparison between the two thrift stores that I spend my money at. So there's the one there's the one right down the street, 50 cents a tape. Then there's the Salvation Army, which I went to yesterday, 25 cents a tape. Big difference. All right. Rugrats in Paris, the movie. I'm planning on getting the actual movie. Babe, Pig in the City. Elmo's World, Wild Wild West. I tried putting this on for my baby brother, but he kept running off. So now I'm already tired of watching it, or putting it on. The never-ending story. Baby, Secret of the Lost Legend. It feels really heavy for some reason. More than normal clamshell tape. Spy Kids. And Spy Kids 2, The Island of Lost Dreams. Here's the pile. Here's the after results. And I totally forgot this piece of ad. I'm just gonna shove that in there. Alright. Now we're gonna move on to this small box. Let's begin. Okay, the History Channel with I don't want to offend anybody by saying his name. His henchman. Jurassic Park: The Lost World Collector's Edition. Over 60 minutes of bonus footage. Mr. Deeds. Most of the tapes in here are tapes that I've already watched, except for a few, such as Free Willy, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, I don't know, and Benji. Dirty Dancing. The Scorpion King. And finally, out of this box, Illusion and Reality by Cornerstone Video. Here's the pile, really small. That literally took me like 30 seconds to clean up. Now, all of the tapes in here were bought from one of the thrift stores, but I haven't made a video on them yet. So we're gonna take a look at them today. Jaws: The Revenge. I now have Jaws 1, 2, and The Revenge. All I need now is Jaws 3. End of Days. I was always afraid that if I said Arnold's last name wrong, it would be considered racist because of those last words. Letters. The Jackal. Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. Tenders and Turntables and Other Stories. For all the rail fanners out there. Mr. Holland's Opus. Rat Race. Featuring Rona Tinkson, John Cleese, Whoopi Goldberg, Cuba Gooding Jr., Seth Green, John Lovitz, Breaking Mary, and Amy Smart. That was too bad. When Harry Met Sally. Air Force One. Olympic. At first I thought this was like the boat, like the ship Olympic, but I guess not. Unbreakable. As Good as It Gets. Feel the Is this real? Did I knew I'd get a duplicate. Oh. We'll have 2 Field of Dreams. Oh well, I'll try to sell one of them one day. Seabiscuit. Titanic widescreen. You really wanted me to pick this up the whole time I was going through this box, right? Dr. Zhivago. Come on. Here's the pile. Now let's go into the next box. Now let's go into the next box that I salvaged from an airbed. No, I'm not talking about the tapes. I did not salvage videotapes from an airbed. The airbed box is what I used. Alright, let's begin. I watched this one the other day. It was really good. 8.5 out of 10. Kindergarten Cop. Rock with Barney. I tried recording this on my phone with the USB capture card. One of the songs had it so slowed down that it wasn't even recognizable. My USB capture card soon fell apart. The case fell off and revealed all the components, so I threw it away. The Hallelujah Trail. Let's see. The Thornbirds. I don't want to keep it on the floor for too long. Part 1, 2, 3, and 4. Uncle Elephant, John Matthews collection. Clifford the Big Red Dog, Big Fun in the Sun. The entire Pride and Prejudice collection, which I can barely fit. Nope. I can't pick it up with one hand. This is what it looks like when the picture's put together. Now let's get on to anything but entire TV shows. Neil Diamond, I'm glad you're here with me tonight. And I'm glad you're watching this video. Dr. Dolittle. Saving Private Ryan. It's a special limited edition. I wonder if that's worth anything since it's limited. Oscar's Greatest Moments, 1971 to 1991. Richie Rich. The Good Guys and the Bad Guys. Memphis Belle. The Magnificent Seven. They fought like 700, huh? Big Jake. Some more of his henchmen. Some more RCA videotapes. There's 2 of them. Chisholm. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles music videos. I actually thought this was the movie for a second, but I was definitely wrong. So yeah. Jack and the Beanstalk, told by Michael Pollan. Or Palin. Pollan, I'm just gonna call him Pollan. Black Beauty. Frank Sinatra, A Man and His Music. A ripoff of Titanic, except this might actually be a documentary. Completely sealed Betty Boop House Cleaning Blues. It's been sealed since 1988. Maxell videotape. On it is my trip to Kennywood, which I recorded on my phone and then copied to video cassette. Here's another copy of it in case one of them, in case something happens to one of them. I have another one. One of them has a bonus video of me going to Save-A-Lot. That weird noise though. Titanic. Yes, I have 2 Titanics. Titanic Fan 97, you're not getting them. You're happy with your own. 007, The World Is Not Enough. Two more in this box. Apollo 13. And The Adventures of Milo and Otis. I watched it. It was a 6 out of 10. There's this British guy narrating everything. And yeah. So, this is everything that was in the box. A lot of stuff, huh? Well, we got about that small box, that VHS holder, and that gray tote over there left. That's it. Here's the mess after. This box has the least amount of tapes in it. The little baby box. Curtis Strange. Orange County. Oh, wait a minute. Jack Black. Okay. And, just like yesterday, The Life of Christ. Completely sealed. Since... doesn't say. I don't want to open it, though. It's still pretty cool to have a sealed copy of The Life of Christ. And if you've made it this far in the video, why not consider subscribing? Because if you made it this far, very good for you. You are a true veteran of watching long videos. So this one's going to end up being about 50 minutes long. My little sugar plum, on the pumpkin. Alright, there's the VHS holder. I wouldn't bother taking these out of the case. These ones. So we got the Three Stooges 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Swing Parade of 1946, Jerks of All Trades. Simply Hilarious 1 and 2, and the Three Stooges Festival. For the first one, The Wizard of Oz. Dang it, get in there. Frosty the Snowman. Yep, this is the original 1969 version. The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. I forgot to take out the Goodwill tag, but whatever. Goodwill's VHS prices are expensive. 99 cents for just one. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. I want to get the first one someday. Santa Claus the movie. I have about 30 tapes that I salvaged from archive.org for my collection. And some of them are Home Alone 2, Tarzan. Yeah, a lot of Disney ones in there. Okay. Scooby-Doo. Have you ever found yourself in the land of a million drums? Well, he experienced that land of a million drums on tape in a movie. Dang it. Dude! Oh, Scooby-Doo's lodged in there now. The Fast and the Furious. There's that for that tray. Let's go with the other tray. Wallace and Gromit, A Grand Day Out. Come on. Wallace and Gromit, The Wrong Trousers. Wallace and Gromit, A Close Shave. My favorite videotape of all time, Michael Jackson Moonwalker. Oh my god. Each segment is so good. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. The Land Before Time. Citizen Kane. Forrest Gump. Hi, I'm Forrest Gump. Jaws. Jaws 2. Sister Act. And Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. I really thought that this movie was that similar to the first one. Just because of Miss Mary Clarence going to a new class with the same students from the first movie, making Yo Mama jokes just like the first movie. In fact, I even seem to forget the difference between those two. This one was giving me such a hassle getting it back in there. And finally, the final box of VHS tapes. Full of Disney tapes. Let's go through these. Alright, first, Monkeys Go Home. Air Bud, 7th Inning Fetch. The Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea. The Aristocats. Heavyweights. The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. And The Lion King 1, most sold videotape of all time. Max Keeble's Big Move. I swear he looks like that one kid from Drake and Josh. Josh, yeah. Madeline Lost in Paris. Pooh's Grand Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin. A Goofy Movie. An extremely goofy movie. The Adventures of Tom and Huck. Or just Tom and Huck. Winnie the Pooh, Boo to You Too. D2, The Mighty Ducks. D3, The Mighty Ducks. 101 Dalmatians. It's actually a black diamond. But it's not worth much, as I come to find out. Iron Wheel, Anne of Avonlea, Mary Poppins 40th Anniversary Edition, Sing-along songs, You Can Fly, The Parent Trap, The Sound of Music, Brother Bear, another version of the Jungle Book, A Bug's Life, Toy Story 2, and the original Toy Story. Pocahontas 2, Journey to a New World, Pocahontas. Can't believe there's an eBay listing for this for $4,000. There was actually. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The Nightmare Before Christmas. A teacher gave me this one actually. Thanks to her. Tarzan. Oh no. Remember the Titans? Titans Go. Hercules. Bambi. Oliver and Company. The Return of Jafar. Finding Nemo. And finally, the very last tape of this video to review. Flubber. Boom, we're done. We have gone through over 250 tapes, or 265 tapes in total. 264 excluding the duplicate of Field of Dreams. Let me put this all back in the box. Let me put all these boxes back. And that's it for this video. Alright. I got it all put back underneath the bed. That's it for today's video. I will see you when I hit 350 tapes. Or, I don't know. I'll think about it. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching this entire lengthy video. I'm RetroNerd09. Like, subscribe, and comment. Peace out.